happy Saturday night.
Blood made of gold, a mind you can't control. Running wild, can't come down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. Before I'm thinking I can feel like this, make me feel like this.
Crimefactor, I haven't rested since 1976.
We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. Before I'm thinking I can feel like this, make me feel like this.
Buckle your pearls up. Oh, that's terrible. Canceled 2 proms.
I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeding your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause I'd start over now. Rewind, and I won't let you go. I need you by my side.
You did that thumbs up on your way in?
I'm gone, so don't run from the truth. You're lost, now I know you played me just like a fluke. I still can't believe you had me on a leash, cutting all my teeth with all the lies
Aw,
you
thank you,
break.
Dad.
Start
Very sweet.
over now. Rewind, and I won't let you go. I need you by my side.
Oh, thank you, Joe. Nice. Thank you, Miss Ellie.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown, but we both know how to swim. No worries, let's flow for now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow.
You ready to ride in the motorway?
I know I'm not easy, I drag you out your mind. And there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And then we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
Come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush those pearls, let's take the
Pearls were bound together through the storm and darkest weather. We search high, we search low, together everywhere we go. Justin's here and he's going live with the best fans by my side. We're a family, we hold strong, together we can right the wrong. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. In the night or in the day, girls will light and lead the way. Justin's heart and your support, together we will hold the fort. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
Click play and come along with me, together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real, classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do, so hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way, together we will save the day. Defending truth is what we do, so hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way, together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts, in the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong, together we belong. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
Well, hello, my beautiful pearls out there. Thank you all so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere. On YouTube, you have a lot of options, anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world. And you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with moi, this icon that's going with my voice. I'm so not used to being not my camera not being on. Today is April 5th, 2025. It is currently 9:29 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really do appreciate you. Um, I did a members only earlier, so a lot of the members know. If you didn't get that uh, earlier, then here we are. Um, got a lot. No, my camera's not broke. Just my face is right now. Just my face. Um, there's two. There's me that's without anything on, and that would scare you. And then there is me all done up, which I normally always try to look good for y'all, but today it's just not happening. Debbie, thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much, my love. Oh my God. Your husky is so beautiful, Debbie. Thank you so much for your support, my dear. And thank you so much for being a member here on the Pearl family. Really do appreciate you, love. My beautiful mama used to tell me a person's true colors will show in God's time. Amen, Princess Jasmine. That is absolutely true. Always. Okay. So I got a little information here and we're going to talk about it. But first, we're going to review something. We've seen this a million times, but the reason I'm going to show you, you'll understand here in the near future. Oh, you have a Malamute, beautiful dog. I have to set up a Cash App to become. No, you don't have to set up a Cash App to become a member, Tropicana. Uh, you become a member. Are you on an iPhone or an iPad, or are you on like an Android? They can drop the links if you want to become a member. Really do appreciate that. Y'all, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Would greatly appreciate it. And if you want to become a member of the Pearl family. Thank you so much, Canadian Cookie. Also, we're going to talk about some very interesting things today. It's mainly about the landfill. Mainly about the landfill, and it's something that's very interesting in my opinion. And we'll get to that, promise. So I want to say that everything we talk about, consider it speculation. Uh, everybody is innocent until and unless proven guilty in a court of law by their peers, a jury, or a judge. Consider no person guilty of anything for any reason. We just do hypothesis, theories, and bring awareness. Everything is speculation or opinion. With that being said, let's get started. Now, if you remember Edgar Steen, he's been a little bit vocal the last few days. Uh, and I'm kind of wondering why that is. Interesting, to say the very least. But time always tells, right? Time always tells. Awareness for Sebastian. Amen. He did several interviews in the beginning, and one of, in my opinion, where he gives the most answers, in my opinion, where he feels the most comfortable, was on this interview with Smiley. And I want to go over something that he said here because you're going to see why in just a little bit. Oh, thank you, Roxy. That's very sweet of you. I really do appreciate you, my dear. All right. And if you guys remember, Sebastian, pretty much everything that he ever owned or had was really not his. It was subjected to be taken away forever, like his cats, his snake, and things that was in his room. And if it wasn't, picked up to Edgar's standard, it wasn't just put away for a day or two, a week, or whatever. It was actually thrown out. Thrown out. I've never, ever heard of a human being just humiliating someone by throwing their stuff out, a child, especially one with special needs. But this is where we're at, right? This is where we're at. So, without further ado, I want to show you this.
People don't want to deal with that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just a question. I mean, I know I wouldn't. It's just a question. Really liked it. So that was one.
To this day, I call my buddy.
Listen to this.
If Sebastian wants to go, I can call him up. We'll head over to his snake, his big old snake. He's got a building full of them. And
first of all, Edgar, he is not your buddy. He didn't even know you. You advertised them, those snakes, and there's text messages and the advertisement to prove that we've shown as well. So he makes it sound like, oh yeah, me and Sebastian can just get in the car and we can go over anytime we want to. Did you ever do that? Nope, sure didn't. And it's interesting how this person who got these snakes, something just inside of them said to keep Sebastian snake, and they have always kept the snake. It was nothing that Edgar asked them to do at all. It was just something that they did, hoping one day that they can give that snake back to Sebastian. They've been vocal about this when when Sebastian first went missing, and I've shown those texts as well. All right.
that's where ours are. And he's like, if you want to see him, just come on over, man. Whatever, just call me up. Cool.
Yeah.
He acts like he's BFFs with this snake breeder. DCM, thank you so much, my dear. Welcome to the Pearl family. May I say, pearls look amazing on you. Really do appreciate you, my friend. Now welcome our newest member, DCM. Very, very sweet of you, my dear. Yeah, he just makes it sound like, oh yeah, we're, come on over, man, anytime. We'll have a couple brewskis and watch football. Except it wasn't anything like that. And that just shows you, yeah, so smoothly, so easy, so smooth. So easy and so smooth. And he tricks a lot of people, in my opinion. But is what it is, right?
It's
It wasn't like he would never get to see it again. It was just,
right. Lessons.
Well, it was like he would never see the snake again. It was, because that was never agreed upon, was it, Edgar? But they kept that snake because they saw that Sebastian was upset about that. They actually had a heart, unlike the person that makes him get rid of his cats, the snakes, the dogs, the cats, everything, just everything. Stuff in his room, all of that. Hobo, thank you so much for gifting a pearl necklace. Really do appreciate you. Welcome to the new person who got that from Hobo. Make sure you thank our beautiful Hobo. Hope you are okay, honey. Love you, Hobo. Hope you're doing okay. I see Bama. Thank you so much. Justin, been in the bushes for a while. Please check your text. Something is not right. Love all that you do, hun. Thank you so much. I don't know what you mean something's not right, but did you text me just now? Okay, thank you so much, Edgar. And thank you, Debbie. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate you, 8 months, darling. Coming in clutch. Edgar is cruel equals he, and he enjoys being. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Okay. Remember? Yeah, I saw that one. Hold on. God, I got so many texts. Lord, I don't know which one is you, my dear. I don't. So I'm sorry. I don't know. I guess a lot of people's text me in the last little bit. Okay.
Lessons have to be taught. I'm a very firm believer. It is what it is. Is it always gone forever? No, not necessarily. But you're going to earn it back. It's not just going to be handed to you.
You're going to earn it back. It's not going to be handed to you. What did he do to get his cats taken away? You are a special sicko, in my opinion, if you take a child's animal away. Because what? It was either him or his cats, or cats leave, or you don't move in. Sorry, mother chicken. You would be out. You wouldn't even be in.
how did you discipline him since he, how did you discipline?
Sebastian in general?
Yeah.
Well, that depends. The punishment has to fit the crime, so to speak. I'll give you an example. Cleaning his room, and people are going to make me sound like I'm so horrible, but I promise you, folks, you try this with your kids one time, and you won't ever have a problem with this again. So if you tell them to clean their room, and they go in there and they clean their room, well, they say come out, well, it's clean.
Pay very close attention. Pay very close attention to this. Then brag about it when he brags about after Sebastian goes, take them away, then brag about it when he brags about it after Sebastian goes missing. Correct. 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 Now Edgar knows more what is, what is to say. he knows how to fix it, right? At least with his words to certain individuals that believe his toxicity. But I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them.
And you go in there and you go to check the room, and the room's not clean.
Now, this is someone who is giving parental advice that he has never really raised a child to begin with. And he's giving us parental advice and how they can clean up their room while his stepson is missing. Can you, I mean, think of that for one moment. Think of that. Just one moment. Why is he telling us this? Oh, yes, and marriage advice. Yes. Why would this be important to you while your stepson is missing? Is he trying to make this sound okay? There's a lot of sickness, just him describing this, how he goes, and I noticed how he goes from straight from the snakes to the taking the stuff away from his room. And that is all about control. All about control for Edgar, right there. I took away this, the cats, all of that, and now I take away things in his room. Or, sorry, I take away the snake, and now I take away things in his room. This is the advice I'm going to give you. It's amazing how he went from one straight to the other. I don't find that a coincidence whatsoever. Not so ever. So let's continue.
Okay. Thought I told you to clean this room. You told us the room is clean, did you not? Well, yes, sir. Okay. Now I'm going to clean your room. And you know exactly what that means. I go in and I go grab a trash bag. I walk back in that bedroom. If it's on the floor and it's not supposed to be on the floor, it's not picked up and put in the right places, goes in the trash bag. If it's not important enough for you to take care of and pick up, I'll take care of it for you.
I get it. It is frustrating whenever your kid's room is messy, right? I get it. And there's a better way to deal with it, though, than humiliating them and saying that you walk in there with the trash bag, you pick it up, and then you make them take it out to the trash. Again, not to, put it away for a day or two, a week, or whatever. It's thrown away. And let me tell you something. I have spoken to people that Edgar has been very, very close to who have reached out to me. And there's a pattern with this. He seems to love, in my opinion, to throw people he lives with or lived with stuff away, put things in storage, give things away, sell things, allegedly. It's about control. You do as I say, or you're done. There's no compromise, in my opinion, with this man. No compromise. And I believe that's why he's kind of had the, multiple families that he's mowed through.
Throw in the trash bag. Tie it up. I've done this to him twice. One time, Mom talked me out of it. The other time, Sebastian, here's the bag. Go put it in the trash can. And then you're going to take the trash can to the street. And after that, Sebastian, did you clean your room? Well, your mom told you to clean your room. Did you clean the room? Yes or no? Well, yes, sir. Is it clean the way it's supposed to be? Well, no, sir. Then I suggest you go back in there and clean it, or I'm coming in there in the next 10 minutes and I'm cleaning. Yes, sir. Hauls butt to that bedroom, and by God, that room is clean the way it's supposed to be. Now, it sounds crazy, but I promise you.
No, it doesn't sound crazy only. It is crazy. It is crazy. That is insanity. I think he does burnt popcorn. Absolutely. I think he gets off on it. I absolutely do. Thank you so much, Holly. Really do appreciate you, my dear. In my opinion, when it's Sebastian Day 2, he was probably crying. It's to throw a child's stuff away. And not only that, it's bothersome for me for a number of reasons for any child. But a child that has autism, where their things they become very attached to. There's specific items for whatever reason that they become extremely emotionally attached to. And they many times have things in certain places. You may not understand it, but they do. And so apparently KK stopped him one time. But the second time, apparently, she couldn't. Yes, Jen, very attached. Very, very attached. Not only that, but the animals were his friends, in my opinion. Absolutely. And I believe the reason it's not that Sebastian couldn't make friends, it's that I don't think that they wanted Sebastian going anywhere or anyone coming there. Because, in my opinion, they didn't want him talking at all to others. But let's continue.
You try it with your kids, man. Your kids gonna be like, "Oh my god, they ain't kids." It works amazing.
Anyone that after how many years of living together, 8 years or so, that calls you Mr. Chris, I'm sorry, but that's not a loving relationship in my opinion. Doesn't mean there wasn't good times. Doesn't mean there, weren't happier times. But that just seems really other, right? He says, Sebastian, your mom misses you, your dad misses you, your family misses you, I miss you. That's other, right? I think that's it, and then we're going to get to this.
Do you feel like that he was ever a burden at all on you or your relationship, either one of you?
Yes, I believe Edgar felt like this at probably more toward the end, in my opinion.
Was my stepson a burden in my marriage?
Yeah.
No,
Oh.
no.
Um.
The burden. So, what has always been a struggle, and anybody who's married and has, you're a step parent, okay, that struggle of
That's
being
a
able
struggle
to.
itself.
Yes, very much. And then you've got discipline on top of it, and what you can do, what you can't do, with because you've got the other parent and this parent. That's always a struggle. When you can get on the same page with each other,
Mm-hmm.
and finally everybody understands it,
Right.
man, it is a beautiful, beautiful picture.
And I'm sure that that is a struggle, but he's still talking about discipline.
Beautiful. Now, am I
Common theme here.
saying everything's sunshine and rainbows? No, it's not.
Right.
But it ain't high tides and tsunamis either.
So if you and his mom ever argued, and that's in every marriage, like, would Sebastian ever jump between y'all?
Like physically?
Yeah.
Listen,
We don't fight and yell and scream or any of that.
that, in my opinion, is absolutely a fucking lie if there ever was one told, in my opinion. KK, y'all don't scream and yell? Are you serious? Are you serious? Because that is not what a lot of people say. And there's loud families, whatever. But if you're not even being honest about that, oh, not only did they hear it, there was some of them, if they saw KK and Sebastian, like out in the backyard or whatever, being frustrated that they would allegedly come over to the house and help give KK a little bit of a break so she could step away and kind of allegedly calm both of them down. It's hard raising kids, and I understand that. But it's even harder if for special needs. It's a hard job, but you got to be honest about it. That's why he came out of that door. He heard y'all. It's very interesting you say that. Very interesting you say that. But you just got to be honest.
At like violent type stuff, we tend to take it behind closed door in our bedroom and have a conversation because the children should never be exposed to that. That's between us, not them.
And first off, like this, I'm going to make this real clear, crystal clear. I was always raised, you never strike a woman. And I have taught that to Sebastian. You will never strike a woman, period.
And I'm not accusing you of so, but again,
what's interesting in this, remember, this was in the very pretty, I think this was in, what was this, in May? When was this? Sorry, March 20th. There was people in that chat that knew Edgar very, very, very well. And once he said that part right there, well, that's when they started speaking up. Edgar, you've never struck a woman? Question mark. Oh.
Seth has said that Katie, and again, I'm sorry, Katie, that again, there was a time, and this is a long, people can change, but again, it's been said that Katie has struck Seth, and that, again, that's a long time. I wasn't there. So
no.
And I wasn't there either for the rest.
And KK, while people were allegedly in bed, sleeping.
So maybe Katie should answer this. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that, oh Lord, no, that is a whole nother thing that happened back then.
Yeah, well,
the whole nother thing, but won't say it.
Well, that's what brought me to my question. So I was just wondering if, Sebastian stepped in. And then I had heard at another place where Seth had said Sebastian would step in. And I didn't even know if he was talking about that or not, because I heard about that separate, that Sebastian would step in and say, don't do this to my dad or whatever. And he could be talking about something totally different. But, again, I have to think all kinds of things in my head. So did Sebastian have tantrums at all?
Yeah. I mean, he's a kid. I mean, it's.
Why don't you let her answer?
When I came in the picture, I mean, his tantrums were pretty bad. I mean, to the point. I mean, so I'm not dragging Seth, his mom, his sister, my wife. I'm not dragging people through the mud. So what is in the past is the past, and that really needs to die. And I'm saying that for everybody to hear, to include all parties involved with this situation.
Now, uh, it's crazy. It's crazy. So we'll get back to some of that. Now, some I'm not going to, first of all, let me show you this real quick. Um this was in a board, a local board today, and it was someone who posted this. Uh, you know, people out there saying Seth is not doing anything, just sits on his ass, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. A gentleman handed this to me at Walmart. I figured this would be a better place to post it. More eyes, the easier it is to help find the kid. Anyway, Seth was out today handing out these cards everywhere for his son, Sebastian. Edgar, was on a board, been hanging out on panels talking about jerking off. Yep. So there's that. Now, moving forward. Today was terrible weather in the area too. Yep. Yep. He goes a lot of places and does a lot of things. He runs down. And this is the thing. This is the thing. I don't think, this is just my opinion. I don't think that I hope Sebastian is out there. And I hope he's okay. But I don't think he is. I don't think he is. You know what I mean? So I found this very interesting. I hid their name. I'm going to be hopefully speaking with them soon. This person writes, again, everything is alleged. Don't consider anything a fact until it can be eventually, proven in a court of law or however it needs to be proven. But I found this very, very, very interesting. I've seen a lot of interviews, but I missed the one parents definitely did something to that child. This is local. They found a trash bag full of his clothes at the landfill in Kentucky last year. I know this because I work for a trash hauling fleet that that uh, tips there, meaning dumps, and I was there when they found it. Let me read that again. They found a trash bag full of his clothes at the landfill in Kentucky last year. I know this because I work for a trash hauling fleet that tips there, and I was there when they found it. If you hope your child is found, why would you throw his clothes away? Not only what is it? I can't. It's so tiny for me to read. Closed away not even 2 months after he disappeared, meaning when they was at the landfill. Now, I want to be clear what law enforcement says. That they say that they were doing this land fill search out of, quote, an abundance of caution, end quote. If you believe that, fine. I don't. I don't believe, in my opinion, that law enforcement does anything out of an abundance of caution, especially going to a different state and digging through trash. And I'll tell you the reason. Well, I mean, you can ask any law enforcement, first of all, and they will tell you. On 3/8/2024, the search for Sebastian Rogers continues as authorities conducted a thorough search of the landfill on March 8th, 2024. Despite exhaustive efforts, no leads or evidence pertaining to Sebastian Rogers' whereabouts were discovered during the operation. Now, again, I want to be clear. Here it says they found nothing. Sebastian Rogers, 15, was reported missing on 2/26/24 in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Since then, law enforcement agencies from across the state have been working diligently to locate him. The decision to search the landfill, listen to this, was made in accordance with ongoing investigative efforts and information gathered in the search for Sebastian Rogers. That's not an abundance of caution, in my opinion. The decision to search the landfill was made in accordance with ongoing investigative efforts and information gathered in the search for Sebastian Rogers. However, despite the extensive search conducted by trained personnel, including the use of canines, the operation yielded negative results, meaning they are saying that they found nothing. While we had hoped for a different outcome, our commitment to find Sebastian remains unwavering, stated Sheriff Sonny Weatherford, who was the sheriff at the time. He's sadly passed since then. Quote, we will continue to explore all available avenues and resources, and this is highlighted here, to bring closure to this case and provide answers to Sebastian's family and loved ones. To bring closure to this case and provide answers to Sebastian's family and loved ones. Now, that doesn't sound good. Thank you, Ginger Snap. So the bag of clothes was allegedly found in a landfill search 2 months after the initial landfill search. No, what I think she is saying, I'm trying to get in touch with this person. What I think, and again, this is just me speculating based upon the way it's written. I think she is saying, you know, she doesn't really probably know when the landfill searches knew it was within the first month or two of Sebastian being missing. And she's just saying, if his clothes were, thrown out and they're in the landfill. But the word closure is interesting. Now they say a lot of times the authorities will say, how will they use the word? they will a resolution. I think that's how it is. Right. This person doesn't really, I don't think this person follows this case very closely. I think they're just a local who, kind of saw this, and that's why I think it's going to be interesting to find some more information. See if they're mistaken, if it's true, if it's, what they say. Now, I know this because I have spoke to, I'm sure that there are people watching me now that either worked or works or have worked at the school Sebastian went to, and they are all wonderful people, and they did the very, very best that they could possibly do. I've been told things that I've shared, and some things uh I've I've also, things that I can't. Hold on one second. Um okay. This person writes again. This other person. I think it's a different person. I can't remember. I deleted the name, but give me 1 second. There were so many witnesses stating that teachers were concerned, and they are saying that because uh he allegedly often smelled like urine, is what they said, or feces. Now, I don't think he often smelled like that. I really don't. Um, but when I read that, I immediately thought of Edgar saying that he's always mad because the house smells like piss. Shonda Van Ark. And this person wrote, I believe the stepdad, quote, got rid of him, end quote. A neighbor said he used to scream at Katie, the mother, to, quote, do something with her R word son. Just disgusting. How many times have we heard? He said he liked to defecate himself. Yes, sure did. He certainly said that. Sebastian likes to go to school and pee and poop in his pants. He said it. It was. I think school was a very yeah, Carmel, this is something the stepfather said. So take it up with the stepfather if you have a problem with it. Wendy, you're the best, Justin. Thank you for all you do. Thank you so much, Wendy. Really do appreciate you 4 months. Really do appreciate that. Yes. Yep. We're going to continue to talk about that because it's wrong. It's wrong. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate you. Chase, thank you so much, my dear. The stepfather who thinks he's famous because he hangs out on women's panels. The pull-ups could smell any not need to be protected from Edgar's abuse, which was the cause of the potty regression, in my opinion. Yeah. Well, there is so much to support what this person just said, right? Because he says Sebastian likes to go to school and, use the bathroom in his pants. First of all, it's shameful to say that. Second of all, Seth told us that Sebastian brought all of his underwear from the house because Edgar told him to. And don't forget that whenever the school would allegedly call and say Sebastian had an accident, Edgar would allegedly kind of started getting upset about it. And that's when he also went in the diapers full time. I agree. The truth, please. I agree. I feel like if Sebastian had a medical condition that caused this, CP would have said that not he likes to. Correct. You're fine, Kim. Yet he used the restroom in the video. Yep. Yeah. Um That's right, Dreamcatcher. I agree with that. Absolutely. All the time wasted. The child never knew a living. It's sad. It's really sad because I feel like the only place Sebastian felt like he could talk to someone was at school. It's I feel so bad. Just feel so bad. Thank you, Holly. Pull-ups are expensive. In addition, they required them. I can see that Monster only giving him a certain amount of weeks. Status. Nothing would surprise me. Nothing would surprise me. I agree with you. They done and him, and I don't think so. If you go back to here, where is it at? What I do with it? it says, the decision to search the landfill we made in accordance with ongoing investigative efforts and information gathered in the search for Sebastian Rogers. That is not an abundance of caution. That is saying that, let me see it here. With because the investigation is ongoing, and that information gathered, meaning you need a probable cause to go into that landfill. Now, I want to tell you both sides of this, right? Again, law enforcement says they found nothing there. And they said they did this out of an abundance of caution. I disagree without the abundance of caution, because this is the official, and then on the news it says abundance of caution. We have, no idea if they really found anything. We was not supposed to know that they were searching in the landfill. It was leaked. It was leaked to the news. We wasn't supposed to know. While we had hoped for a different outcome, our commitment to finding Sebastian remains unwavering. Now, that right there makes me cringe a little. And I'll tell you why. While we had hoped for a different outcome, are they saying that, are they basically saying they had hoped they had found him there? While we had hoped for a different outcome, our commitment to finding Sebastian remains unwavering. Thank you, Castle. Thank you so much, my dear, for 7 months. Really do appreciate you. You're fun. Be great. Thank you so much. Now, to me, that says that's kind of disturbing. That's not a good way to put the different outcome. What else could that mean? Right. They know a hell of a lot more, and have known a hell of a lot more since right before they started searching in that landfill. Have you ever think about this? Not just in Sebastian's case. Have you ever seen a good outcome happen to any case where they ever searched in a landfill? Have you ever seen a good outcome? Let's just be real. Well, they have to know something to lead them there, right? Whether, let's say that they see someone putting more stuff in the trash. after midnight, right? Or something. KP didn't wash his clothes like she should if it smelled either way. It doesn't take very long to smell like, pee or anything like that. But, I want to be uh tell both sides here. I think Sebastian looked fine before he went missing. He looked clean. He looked very clean, neat, right? But also, I'm just saying that if there is, if there is a dirty, underpad or whatever you want to call it, it doesn't take long either. And they were constantly talking about him having, weren't they always talking about him smelling like body odor or something like that? It's ridiculous for KK and Edgar to be talking like that. Katie said he stunk. Yes, Justin. KP said Sebastian smelled. Katie said he didn't like to wear deodorant. I mean, boys, teenage boys. That's that's one thing, right? Like they go through, they're oily and you know, they're changing. But you don't say that. One second, y'all, 1 second. So sorry, guys. So sorry. Um Tennessee Nurse, thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Justin, do you think the reason they came back and wanted footage leading up to was to see if C was in and out? Absolutely. Yes. Yep. I know of a neighbor there where uh quickly they asked for the neighbor's footage, but they were looking for a specific, they were just looking for that from, say, like 10 o'clock the 25th until 6 a.m. the 26th. And they were looking very specific. And whenever, a few days later, this was before the landfill search, they went back to the neighbor and they asked for the weekend. They wanted specifically Sunday evening and even Saturday. And whenever they had requested, or whenever they had looked for the first time, they just left right that. But then when they went back and was looking for Sunday evening, it was the TBI agents. There was two men, and when they they pulled it up, the two agents kind of looked at each other, the neighbor says, and when that happened, they wanted that weekend footage. So they ended up getting the weekend footage. So and that's why Edgar will not talk about what he was doing. He's not going to talk about what he was doing on Sunday. He's not going to talk about that, because that, in my opinion, would drive him into, it's kind of fixed. If you was saying, "Oh, I was here, I went to KFC on Sunday at 2 o'clock in Mississippi somewhere," that locks you into there. So it is best to just say, "I can't talk about it," or, not answer it. Why can't you say where you was on Sunday? Let me tell you something. If Seth came to me and I asked him a question and I literally asked him, I said, "Seth, where was you on Sunday evening, or where was you Sunday night?" And he wouldn't tell me, oh my God, I would never, ever, ever trust him. Not for a second. Right? This is a human being, and you should want for people to do you owe anything to anybody? Well, no, you just owe it to authorities, and that's all really that matters at the end of the day. It's a really simple question. It's a really simple question. And again, this is what I say. And it's a question that nobody else says, that I've heard any other creator say. We know where KK was Sunday all day. We know where Sebastian was Sunday all day. We know where Seth was Sunday all day. But there's one individual who says he has nothing to do with it, that you should believe him just because, but won't even tell you what he was doing. and we don't know where he was. If that shouldn't be alarm bells, I don't know what else to tell you. Take your emotions out of it a moment. Whether you are extremely supportive of KK and Edgar, and just think logically. And I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, if I could not place someone that, I really go to bat for, I would not be supporting them like that. Just my opinion. And this is the thing. I'm sure KK and Edgar have good qualities about them, right? People in here want to make you, whether it's another creator or, someone going after someone, they want to make you sound like you're all this or you're all that. And nobody, almost nobody, is all evil or all good. We're very complicated creatures. And sometimes I think when you're in the storm, and now probably looking back with Edgar and KK, that they probably realized that they were living some toxic ways. Holy shit. Oh, thank you, Nick. Guys, look at this. I've never seen this. Look at this. Here we go. News Channel 5. Do you have that whole article, Girl Mom? Dumpster, including the trash bin at Sebastian's home, was picked up and gone before the teen was even reported missing. Officers are digging through trash at the landfill, looking for any clues. They don't know what they'll find, but say the search is part of leaving no stone unturned. There's a possibility some evidence was disposed of in the trash.
FBI, open up!
Yeah. Some evidence was disposed of in the trash. Right? In the meantime, authorities were back at the family's house on Thursday in the backyard, appearing to take photos. No one is giving up on the ongoing search for Sebastian. But at the same time, authorities appear to be moving forward with possible criminal. I don't know what the last thing says. This is a thing, guys, yeah, that I don't think there's, in my opinion, there's not really a good outcome in this for anybody. There's a mountain of evidence. Yeah, that as well. I mean, you have to keep some hope always, especially for Seth. But I just think that it's not good. And I it's just not. You know what I mean? Thank you so much, G. That's very kind of you, my dear friend. Really do appreciate you. DP and KP are, in my opinion, two very sick humans. They will be in orange jumpsuits soon, I hope. You are doing a great job covering this case. Thank you so much, G. I really do appreciate you very, very much. Thank you for your support, my dear. Thank you, Melissa. Really do appreciate you. Hi, Justin. Glad to finally catch a live. Love you. I have a lot to say. May have to catch a call in show because I have and continue to raise my SN daughter by myself, 31 years and counting. Love you, Justin. Bless you, Melissa. Bless your daughter. That's a job, and to do it by yourself, it's can't imagine. God bless you, Melissa. Good to see you. Please call anytime, honey. And thank you, Nick. Really do appreciate you, bud. Hope you are well. Thank you so much. Castle, why Justin? Who's saying negative stuff like Sebastian sunk because he needed deodorant when their child is missing? We won't even say that on our children, period. Exactly. But that's something that KK and them was saying, he ate the stinky food. He ate this. He ate this. He smelled like this. He liked to pee and poop in his pants. He'll get up in your face, and yeah, I mean, just insane stuff. It's it's kind of one of those things like someone is missing or someone is really ill or someone has passed or something like that. Like, how does someone talk, especially a family member, especially a parent, talk negative like that? People forget so quickly. I know I said this earlier in the other live, but Edgar stating he changed someone's tire on the way or headed back from getting the fifth wheel makes me wonder if that supposed location has been searched. Yes, Bliss. He did state that him and what's his name changed one night with the in Memphis. But I can tell you, and like I said in the members only, that the night that Edgar went to Memphis, there was 2 individuals with him. And that is not the night that I'm aware of, at least, that he helped some woman allegedly change a tire. Now, the changing the tire story is weird anyways, the way he explains it about getting the car off the road and all that stuff. What did Mohawk say? Danny. That's his name. Now, I am still very leery of Jeff because Jeff lives to the north Memphis. Edgar is allegedly staying at Mississippi, North Mississippi. I don't know why Jeff would be in Edgar's area at 7 o'clock, helping him put skirting around, allegedly. And then when he was coming home, which is literally the complete opposite direction, at 11 o'clock at night, that he says he's in that camper hood, whatever the camper place. But there, I don't see how it's just not possible. And why would Jeff be staying at the campground when he has a place that's closer to his work than where Edgar's staying? I don't either, Mama Cedar. I don't see why he would be fixing anyone's car on a Sunday. I don't see it. I just don't. Thank you so much again, Castle. Thank you, Bliss. Thank you, Tina. Good to see you, love. May there be consequences against a person that is asked to leave the premises by CPS, and those rules are broken, in my opinion. Maybe there are consequences against a person that is asked to leave the premises by CPS, and those rules are broken, in my opinion. Well, again, so when you guys know that I did foster care for 11 years, and my BFF in real life, she works for CPS, and CPS cannot make you leave. It is, you have to voluntarily do that. But what they can say is, if this person is not out of the house, then we have to do other measures, meaning generally removing the child or children. I can't either, Rebecca. I just don't see him working on anyone's serpentine belt. I think that's what they're called. I don't see it at all. Justin, you make Lady F and myself laugh at the camper hood. You're so funny. Whatever the thing's called. I don't know. Camper hood. Whatever. Now, Jeff, he lives in a trailer court kind of thing. And it's gated. So he just seems way too invested Natchez Trace Parkway crosses 3 major rivers. I sure hope any speed trap cameras were pulled from the whole route from Nashville to Mississippi on the night of 2/25/24. You can bet they were. Maybe he had Jeff's car. That's why he's on his Harley. Pink butterfly, that's exactly what I said the other day. That is exactly what I said there. He's jumps on his Harley at night in the winter time in February. Now, is it unheard of? No, but it doesn't seem like the thing to do on a Sun. First of all, who the hell does anyone go out to a bar on Sunday night? Can we get that straight? Do people do that? Do people go to a bar on Sunday night? Construction workers do, perhaps. Only alcoholics? Yes, Roxy, you're right. But he lives, remember, from St. Jude to where Edgar is, it's about 20 minutes or so. But then you've got to go, because remember, Jeff, he lives north of St. Jude. So he lives about 15 minutes north of St. Jude. So it's, even further for, you get what I'm saying? I thought bars was closed on Sunday too. I mean, I don't see a lot of people drinking on. I did. I mean, I thought everything closed early on Sunday nights. Thank you, Nina. Thank you so much. But hell, Kathy's saying she got her hair cut on Monday morning. I thought Chris said he doesn't drink. Now I know Chris. Well, I'll just say, allegedly, Edgar goes to the bars. I think he's been talked to. I do. Farquad Super Hunk Might. Yes. Chick-fil-A is closed on Sundays. Yes. They are closed here unless you go to like a McAdoo's or Applebee's to eat. Oh, like McAdoo's. McAdoo's. You must be in Virginia, Dreamcatcher. You must be a Virginian like me. Through the Parkway, there wouldn't be plate detectors. Oh, McAdoo's they've got good food. Bars are open, but nothing going on Sunday night. That's very interesting. Justin in Virginia. Yeah. They have good sandwiches. I like their Hindenburg. I think it's Hindenburg. It's been years since I've had McAdoo's, but now I feel like I'm missing out on McAdoo's. Yeah. The world is here to serve Christopher. Why did I think Justin lived in Georgia? Maybe because I sound like I'm from Georgia. I don't know. people go to sports bar on Sunday? I don't know, Buddha Belly. I honestly don't. But let me show you this. Oh, Lauren found this, and I don't know what this is. But it's about Terry Lynn.
It was sent to me anonymously.
She wrote, I found it. It wasn't the day the stuff was found. It was later on when her and Charlie were going back for the mattress pad, and it was a text instead of a phone call, apparently sent anonymously, but then she says it's from CP.
All I can say, this was sent to me anonymously, and it's got a, it's nasty as hell. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to restart this stream. No, I'm gonna restart the stream because I'm not gonna murky this up. But people need to hear what he says and how he says it and what he says. Oh hell no, this is disgusting. So I'm restarting a stream.
So is she talking about Chris there?
Letting you all hear what this man, what was just sent to me. Hey, everybody else throwing and slinging crap and playing shit. I'm going to let people hear the real him again. If y'all thought our combo was bad, this is worse. We got about, this dude got a foul mouth. Yeah. So I'm going to end this stream. Thank y'all. Oh, he's threatening people bad. It's horrible. Okay. Should I do it on a members only? Who's threatening? CP. What's he threatening people for?
No, this is Charlie standing in front of her.
Gross. He's trying to get some leg in him. Should I do it? You're just thinking, he's threatening.
Taxes.
She just said she was everything. So this guy in front of her is Charlie.
It was sent to me anonymously. All I can say, this was sent to me anonymously, and it's got a, it's nasty as hell. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is
Me either, Michael.
I'm going to restart this stream. No, I'm going to restart the stream because I'm not going to murky this up. But people need to hear what he says and how he says it and what he says. Oh hell no, this is disgusting. So I'm restarting a stream, letting you all hear what this man, what was just sent to me. Hey, everybody else throwing and slinging crap and playing shit. I'm going to let people hear the real him again. If y'all thought our combo was bad, this is worse. We got about, this dude got a foul mouth. Yeah. So I'm going to end this stream. Thank y'all. Oh, he's threatening people bad. It's horrible. Okay. Should I do it on a members only? Who's threatening? CP. What's he threatening people for? No, this is disgusting. No, this is gross.
Thank you, Nina. Thank you, Holly.
I
agree.
Should I do it? You're just thinking, he's threatening.
He's threatening, is what it says. Okay. All right. Now I want to go back to this thing. Let me show you this, guys. This was on March 7th, 2024. March 7th, 2024. I want to see the wording. 168 weather alerts in Tennessee right there. My God.
Exclusive.
All right, here we go. Let's play this. I'm going to add a little bit of music to this. Here we go.
Sky 5 video showing the latest search for a missing teen out of Sumner County.
Now, again, I don't think that they were, I mean, maybe they were looking based upon their words. We'll see how they use their words here.
Thanks for joining us here at 6. I'm Rory Johnston.
And I'm Carrie Sharp.
That said Nashville Fire on it. See that Nashville Fire? That said Oakland Fire.
And I'm Carrie Sharp. Sebastian Rogers has now been missing for 11 days. And today investigators turned their attention here to a...
You can tell, look at they're digging. Watch them. Watch this.
Here to a landfill in Kentucky.
Meanwhile, the TB.
And today investigators turned their attention...
Watch how they dig through that. They're looking for something specific.
Sebastian Rogers has now been missing for 11 days. And today investigators turned their attention here to a landfill in Kentucky.
Meanwhile, the TBI today releasing these 4 new photos of a 15-year-old who has autism. This activity marking the first real lead since the search began. Nick Barris now with the latest details.
The search for Sebastian Rogers continues in the neighborhood where he disappeared, and part of that now includes tracking down and tracing garbage. That's right, garbage could contain vital clues to the investigation. We know that Sebastian Rogers disappeared from...
Let's see how many trash cans are there. 1, J.E. McMurty. 2, 3 trash cans. 3.
Sebastian Rogers disappeared from his Hendersonville home a week ago Monday. His mother reported him missing around 6 a.m. Since then, there's been a massive search effort from the air and on the ground. It's safe to say crews have searched just about everywhere for the autistic teen within a 5-mile radius of the home and have found nothing. But one thing they did not search is the...
Look at there. Right there.
One thing they did not search is the garbage, and that is why Sumner County deputies and Kentucky State Police spent the day searching a landfill in White Plains, Kentucky.
Look at all of those people. They've got a backhoe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, including in there. I mean, that's a lot.
Why there? Well, News Channel 5 has learned that trash in the Stafford Court neighborhood is picked up every Monday between 5 and 6 a.m., and it was sent to that landfill. So all the trash from the...
Now, right there's Edgar Steen's truck, right? It's got his cones there, boards, water hose. Melissa, thank you so much for gifting a pearl necklace, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Very kind of you. If you received one of those pearl necklaces from our dear Melissa, please give her a big, big thank you. And thank you for being a member as well, Miss Melissa. Bless little Sebastian. Is there still 3 there or only 2 after Sebastian went missing? Pick up is not at 3 a.m. No. The trash pickup is not at 3 a.m. Not at all.
Neighborhood dumps.
And Edgar, please enlighten us of who this neighbor is that says that they've came forward and said they were taking out their trash, because contrary to what you're saying, I just spoke with neighbors, multiple, and have asked all of them that I speak with, and they said, no. No. And I'm sure they would know if someone came forward and saying that there was someone was taking out their trash at 3 a.m. going through their neighbors' yards at 3 a.m. That's another that would be an interesting way to take out your trash. And to me, when he said that the other day, that spoke volumes to me, guys. Volumes. Because he wants you to believe that there is not a car that came in that neighborhood. Not a car. You see the damn thing with your own eyes. Not only that, Edgar, have you spoke to your neighbors? I know law enforcement has spoke to you about those flashlights and all that. I know they have. Had to. And he says not a car. He was feeling it the other night. He was feeling himself. He really was. And to say that so smoothly, Edgar, that's really concerning, in my opinion. Thank you. All I need is Jesus Coffee and True Crime. Could the 9:43 to 11:45 phone call have been a three-way? Who would they have been on the phone with the three-way? I don't understand what you mean. I mean, so what that tells me is 9:43 or 9:46. Either something had already taken place at 9:43, or there was already some sort of argument or something, in my opinion. Thank you so much, Panda Bear Mom. Really do appreciate you, my love. Yes, thank you so much. Okay. Listen to the words.
Including the trash bin at Sebastian's home was picked up and gone before the teen was even reported missing. Officers are digging through trash and the landfill looking for any clues. They don't know what they'll find, but say the search is part of leaving no stone unturned. There's the possibility some evidence was disposed of in the trash. In the meantime, authorities were back at the family house today in the backyard, appearing to take photographs. No one.
Wow. You see, they're not doing this for a child that walks out on their own. Right? They won't even let a preschooler start kindergarten if they aren't potty trained. Well, accidents happen. You know what I mean? And there's special needs children in every school. Just remember, heard something about hunting on, was going to Hunter's Lane he used to hang out. I don't know, Robini. You want to message me about that? Could talk about it maybe. That's right. Faro machine. That's not. And you know what's very interesting to me? They're in that backyard where those flashlights were and where they were headed to that car, Edgar. Right? Or as you like to say, they are, back there, I guess, for the neighbors taking their trash out. But what's interesting is there's 2 flashlights. It's amazing how they're all in the backyard, isn't it, Edgar Steen? They are between the fence lines. Bingo! Bingo. Bingo. That's right, AMC.
Photographs. No one is giving up on the search effort for Sebastian, but at the same time, authorities appear to be moving forward with a possible criminal investigation. They have named no suspects, and detectives say that Sebastian's family has been cooperative. As this investigation continues to evolve, authorities are still going through security camera video obtained from homes in this neighborhood, and they do continue to depend on tips from the public. In Sumner County, Nick Barris, News Channel 5.
Nick, thank you. Anyone with information about this case?
Very, very interesting. It says, they said this search is precautionary measures to eliminate possible options and questions. It's been 11 days since 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers left his Hendersonville home. But the official request says we know because based upon investigative measures and what we have learned. It says his mother reported him missing around 8 a.m. That's not true. Since then, there's been a massive search from air and the ground. It's safe to say that crews have searched just about everywhere, just about everyone for the teen with autism and within the 5-mile radius of the home and found nothing. Well, News Channel 5 learned that the trash on Stafford Court neighborhood is picked up every Monday between 5 and 6 a.m. and it was sent to the landfill. So all the trash from the neighborhood dumpsters, including the trash bin at Sebastian's home, was picked up and gone before the teen was even reported missing. What I find is very interesting is the trash goes by and it picks up a few houses, right? Like the few houses past Edgar and KK's house, goes to the cul-de-sac and turns around and goes up the hill. And once it goes up the hill, that is when KK splits the popsicle stand. Right then, that's when she splits the popsicle stand. Officers are digging through trash at the landfill looking for any clues. They don't know what they'll find, but say the search is part of leaving no stone unturned. There's a possibility some evidence was disposed in the trash. Really? But Sebastian wouldn't be throwing evidence in. Remember, he wasn't even concerned about taking out or taking his shoes or a coat or a snack. Right? You know what I say?
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. bullshit.
That's exactly what I say to you, Edgar. KK, and anyone who sits and minimizes it. In the meantime, authorities were back at the family's house on Thursday in the backyard, appearing to take photos. No one is giving up on the ongoing search for Sebastian, but at the same time, authorities appear to be moving forward with a possible criminal investigation. Oh, you see that, Nick Barris? You see that, Mr. Nick Barras? Nick Barras. Let's
something that I believe we're privy to. Something that I believe we're privy to.
Come on, Nick Barras. Right there. Let's zoom in for a little closer. But at the same time, authorities appear to be moving forward with a possible criminal investigation. And yet there are people that says, I made up the email about saying it's a criminal investigation. First of all, I've never, God is my witness, have never made up any form of anything related to any case whatsoever. And second of all, you would have to be dumb as hell to put a detective's name, email, and stamp letterhead thingy or whatever it is on there. You would have to be dumb as hell. So let's see, who is this article by? It should say up at the top. Oh, this is by Nick Barras. Look at there, guys. Yeah. Listen, that's the last place I want to go. Now, it seems like Edgar is yearning to drop the soap. Not me. Not me. Yep. Mr. Nick Barras wrote that. See? Nick Barras posted 12 p.m. March 7th, 2024, and last updated 11:33 a.m. March 8th, 2024. So, let the record reflect. But at the same time, authorities appear to be moving forward with a possible criminal investigation. They've named no suspects, and detectives say the Sebastian's family are being cooperative. I wonder if they will say that now, if they are still being cooperative. Thank you so much, Leslie. Justin, when did they search at 3 dumps? Like the landfill, is that what you mean? They said the dog got a hit, but the next day said it was a false hit. I believe they found something. It was on Trevor Lee's page. Okay, Leslie, I get what you're saying. So the first people that arrived there, like the very, very first searchers, anyone searching, and they had thought they got a hit, but they actually didn't, from what I understand, even have Sebastian's, like an article of anything of Sebastian's at what was it, 8 o'clock in the morning. And so there was obviously a scent in Sebastian's home of him because he lives there. There was a scent of Sebastian in his yard at some point, but there was no scent that was leading outside of that, the home or the yard, leading to any specific place. Justin, was it recently that Seth and KP met with police without CP? Where did you hear that, Yova? Why not? They had been to the home. Why didn't they a sent article from KP? It was in the very, very beginning. Very, very beginning. Very, very beginning. So I'm sure that they probably couldn't even touch anything by 8 o'clock in the morning because they didn't get there till like 7:03. Right. And the first dog was not scent specific. The second dog was a bloodhound and followed a scent. KK says she gave them scent articles. Well, she certainly wasn't looking for his shoes that morning. She notices his phone. Get this. She notices his phone, she says, in the kitchen. But she doesn't notice his shoes. The thing that he would likely walk out with. Oh, really, SL? I did not know that. That's really sad. Okay, I want to show y'all some other things here in other news. Okay, wait. This is, I need to slow this down. This is part of what Edgar was talking about on Smileys as well. But it's a clip. It's only a 2-minute clip. Lauren posted this.
It is what it is. Is it always gone forever? No, not necessarily. But you're going to earn it back. It's not just.
God, why is it so? Hold on.
I just like what he does, but so I'm just asking because he'll hear this. So are you? So and you don't want him to monetize on that? He's talking?
That wasn't it. 1 second. This was it.
It is what it is.
It's kind of fast, so I need to slow it down.
Is it always gone forever? No, not necessarily. But you're going to earn it back. It's not just going to be handed to you.
It's gone forever if you throw it away or give it away, Edgar.
How did you discipline him since he, how did you discipline
Sebastian in general?
Yeah.
Well, that depends. The punishment has to fit the crime, so to speak. I'll give you an example. Cleaning his room.
Mm-hmm.
And people are going to make me sound like I'm so horrible. But I promise you, folks, you try this with your kids one time, and you won't ever have a problem with this again. So if you tell them to clean their room, and they go in there and they clean their room, well, they say come out, well, it's clean. And you go in there and you go to check their room, and the room's not clean. Okay. Thought I told you to clean this room. You told us the room's clean, did you not? Well, yes, sir. Okay.
Sorry, this was
now I'm gonna clean your room.
You don't even clean your upper lip, Edgar. Hold on, this might be it.
I'm just like, at the request of Chris Proudfoot, and he was already ringing my phone. And by that time, I had set it up and gave him the link to come up. Well, Katie was on there. What I didn't know until later, probably about a month later, he told me, just so y'all know this, he told me he was talking to his daughter. This is something I found out after the fact. You'll hear it. He told me he was talking to his daughter, Faith. And Katie lied, actually. She said, see, it proves he's talking to his daughter, y'all. No. Come to find out. Hey, Angel. Welcome, honey. Come to find out, Terry Lynn was, calling him. And I don't blame her at all. I love Terry Lynn. But she was calling him, trying to knock him off the panel because she was trying to get an interview with him or whatever. And she did after mine. But I went a little bit over 3 hours. Hey, Kimberly. So I'm telling y'all the story y'all didn't know then. Neither did I. I'm just like, at the request of Chris Proudfoot, and he was already ringing my phone. And by that time, I had set it up and gave him the link to come up. Well, Katie was on there. What I didn't know until later, probably about a month later, he told me, just so y'all know this, he told me he was talking to his daughter. This is something I found out after the fact. You'll hear it. He told me he was talking to his daughter, Faith. And Katie lied, actually. She said, see, it proves he's talking to his daughter, y'all. No. Come to find out. Hey, Angel. Welcome, honey. Come to find out, Terry Lynn was, calling him. And I don't blame her at all. I love Terry Lynn. But she was calling him, trying to knock him off the panel because she was trying to get an interview with him or whatever. And she did after mine. But I went a little bit over 3 hours. Hey, Kimberly. So I'm telling y'all the story y'all didn't know then. Neither did I. I'm just like, at the request of Chris Proudfoot, and he was already ringing my phone. And by that time, I had set it up and gave him.
Okay. That's interesting. I did not know that. That wasn't the one, but give me 2 seconds. All right. I think this is what you were talking about earlier. I think this is the one where he talks about going to his camper.
Well, Chris, will you tell us why it was the 17 hours? It was 7 plus 7 minus 3 plus 2, and your trailer, and you had to get it, and you just made 5 trips, and the pullouts. It doesn't take that long to pack a camper. You just put it all in the middle and push your pullouts in and get on the road and get going. So there had to be something nefarious that you did in those 27 hours that you were on.
Shit. I'm sorry. I did not know I had the FBI playing over and over and over and over and over and over and over
on the road.
I'm sorry.
See, I'm trying to understand the 27 hours. Where's the 27 hours?
I don't know. I don't know.
It was 24 hours that Edgar said in another interview.
The person she's talking about doesn't do math very well.
Oh, I know exactly what she's talking about.
Right.
Exactly what she is.
I don't do math
Same
very
person
well.
that said that they wanted me to do something so they could sue me for my trailer.
Right.
Yeah. And you have no way to pull it. So sure.
What is it? Trailer parkours go around the outside. Camper? 2 fifth wheel hose go around the outside, round the outside, round the outside. Sorry.
Yeah.
I actually clipped that video.
You actually thought that through. Good job.
It's not now.
Okay, I apologize. It was 17 hours, not 27 hours. I apologize. I guess I added 10 to it.
Well, no, I mean, even if it was 17, I need some understanding of where the 17 comes from.
Honestly, I think what she's meaning is that it would take you 3.5 hours to get there and 2 hours to pack up. That makes 7 hours. And then, one way, and then you had to go back and get your.
No, that was actually what Edgar said. That was actually what Edgar was implying.
trailer, and then 7 hours, then it would make it 7 hours the other way. Like, I don't understand her math. And like, in the end, I was kind of just poking fun because like the question does not make sense. I don't understand tragedy pimp math. And what
Well,
is it
so
she's
this
trying to
is
prove in this time frame?
so here's what she's trying to prove. I can break this down real easy. She's trying to say I did something nefarious in that
No
17
idea, just
hours that
another
it
human.
takes to
No
allegedly
idea.
drive from here, go get my trailer, pack it up, and then drive all the way back here. That it took me 17 hours, and I would have had to have done something with Sebastian.
You said you were down there 17 hours. You said we were down there, I don't know, we were down there 17 hours or so. And then that's not including you going down there and driving back.
That's what she's alluding to, and she's actually
Smileys.
1,000,000% incorrect.
Well, I mean,
we know that.
No worries. That was just the demon they said Seth prayed for. Thank you so much, Cassie. Thank you so much. In the real world, it's, oh my God, anybody who thinks Seth or anybody is praying to a demon, you have to be a demon to actually think that.
Because you know
we
the
know
best
that
part about what everybody's trying to assume about my trailer, I find extremely hysterical because
of course you do.
They don't understand that it was checked out twice.
Right.
Really? Twice? Usually one time's good enough for him if there's nothing.
I brought it home because at one point I was out of a job.
You did bring it home. That is true. And you were out of a job? Well, your buddy says we sent you home. Not you were out of a job. So there's that.
Right. And
feeling bad, honey?
We're also coming into the time of year when campgrounds fill up like crazy. So if you don't pay, you don't get to stay. Otherwise, it becomes a big problem, right?
Oh, I pay in advance.
Listen.
I pay it my whole time. Doesn't matter.
I pay it my whole time. Doesn't matter.
Like if they say, hey, I'm gonna be here. Let's say I'm gonna be at this job for 3 months.
He pays the whole time. Let's say I'm going to be at a job 3 months.
Okay. I'll ask them, do they want me to do it monthly, or do they just want me to pay all 3 months up front?
You want me to pay it monthly or all 3 months up front?
It's whatever.
Right.
So I'll pay.
So I'll pay.
I brought my trailer home because I'm talking with law enforcement. I said, okay. They were aware of everything, what day we left, what time I left.
What day we left. There we go again. He says we left. You notice that? I never noticed that till just now. It's amazing. Over a year later, he says it here too. Yeah, SI officer. He wasn't at both. But he says the time. Hold on, let me rewind that little part right there.
I said, okay.
I said, okay. They were aware of everything.
They were aware of everything.
What day we left.
We left. What time I left.
What time I left.
I went down there, packed it up. I spent the night because it's 3.5 hours down there.
He had a slip.
And then you got to pack everything up and get everything done. And I'm sorry, but I'm not going to pack my trailer up, drive down there, pack it up, and then try to race back home like that. That's
right.
Irresponsible, first and foremost.
Well, I think it's kind of irresponsible to leave your wife by herself while you go get a fifth wheel and hadn't even been home only a full day. Who is we? Well, I can tell you they are very, 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 very close to Edgar. The we's are very close. And I know that. That evening, I can tell you 100% he was not alone. Not alone. Not allegedly, he was not alone that evening. It was hard to find out, but we got it. Hope you feel better,
Most if you have
soldier.
a CDL, you know damn good and well that it takes one speeding ticket, you can lose your CDL. It takes.
So does being very dangerous on the job, right? It sounds like that morning you were pretty dangerous on the job there. Couldn't they use satellites imagery to see where he changed the tire? Depends.
One wreck, you
Absolutely.
can lose your CDL.
Absolutely. You can't, like, on top of that, just finding out that your child is missing, you're already a danger on the highway.
Yes, and he drove down there. Oh, he told on himself. Every time he says, we were down there. I don't know, we were down there so long. And I knew once he started saying we, I knew. And I had to find out. And yeah, feel better, soldier girl. That's right, Leslie.
Because your mind is going a million different directions as it is.
But I mean, it's
Edgar. Whenever you were on the phone with KK that morning and you called the non-911 number and then you called dispatch and then you clocked in to work and worked for hours, did you know that was probably not a responsible thing to do there as well? Huh? You're talking about all the responsibility and all. Thank you, Dreamcatcher. I appreciate that. It says it's not, responsible to, drive down and, manually push some buttons. Let me tell you something. The motorhome we used to have, it was exhausting pushing 4 buttons for 4 slide outs. My God. It's terrible. I mean, we didn't even just pushing the 4 buttons. I was exhausted and unleveling it. It was so exhausting. It took 5s of 10s of minutes, Edgar. 5s of 10s of minutes to have everything ready. You sound like you are building the addition onto the project by yourself by going down and getting your 5th wheel. That's what I think it kind of boiled down to, perhaps, Marie. I wonder if that smelled of cleaning supplies. How do you think her interrogation went? Oh, God. Who can imagine?
I know what she's alluding to. Can I see where what she's thinking? I sure can.
You're polluting. You piss a mile up in the air.
Sure. But the other aspect of this, of what she doesn't understand, or these people don't understand, let me put it that way, because I'm sure there might be more than one, is that what they forget is every aspect of what we've done includes law enforcement, period. Doesn't matter. Like when we fly out of town to go pick up my daughter, they will know when and when we come back.
Right.
Chris, can you repeat?
You notice how he doesn't have this braggadocious anymore pertaining to speaking about law enforcement? Has anyone noticed this in the last couple times he's been online? How he no longer speaks this braggadocious law enforcement. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's very interesting, isn't it? Yeah. What judge in their right mind would allow Edgar visit? I don't know. One's in New Mexico. He should have been arrested already. I agree, Lady Roses. Someone had answered yesterday, but Justin, can you verify that was Terry Lynn doing? Can you verify what was Terry Lynn doing at the courthouse? Thank you. Well, she was originally going there to court to watch the court, which I think she had been there to the previous ones in the past, but I think she got the time wrong. And she was getting ready to enter the courthouse, and that's when Cruella DeVille. Oh, let me show y'all something. Cruella DeVille, who started in on her and was saying that she stated that Terry Lynn had said that they had unalived Sebastian, which I've never heard Terry Lynn say that. Feel how you feel about Terry Lynn, but I've never heard Terry Lynn say that at all. And I just don't think that's. I want to show you something. This is what I figured it would kind of look like. Similar. This is what I pictured. Just my guess. Just a hunch. I don't know about you, but this is how I kind of pictured it yesterday or the other day. Okay. This is the musty hutch. Now she's singing his praises, basically. Wow. And by the way, Edgar does have a new sub name, and it's Lord Farquaad, thanks to Jules. And so here is, this was an exact picture of Edgar's dating profile right here on the swingers websites, in my opinion, allegedly. Hi, my name is Lord Farquaad. I like long walks in the camper area, and I like to be in really high places. So pervy. This, in my opinion, looks like Cruella's senior picture. Does he have honey buns? I don't know. Yes. It looks like Cruella's senior picture. Am I right or am I right? He favors his mother in that picture, really does. I know. This is their swingins. This is their swingins profile. Hi KK, will you hold me like you mean it? Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man? Yeah, the Muffin Man. Who lives on Pervy Lane? Of course. Of course I do. God. Duh. I even shaved my beard for this one. Oh my God. Put the extra blush on for good measure. You know, I haven't got the tattoo necklace on. Bitch. Yes, Pervy Lane. Pervy Lane. Do you know the Mullet Man? What? The Mullet Man? Yeah. I know the Mullet Man who lives on Pervy Lane. Duh, mother chicken. Who do you think I am? And we know who Donkey is. We definitely know who Donkey is. I see where she gets it from. Look at her right here. Now look at her. Look at her. Let me find it. Here we go. Here she is, right here. I can see these girls out on the street in Nashville dialing the 411. Luck be a lady tonight. This is, what's her name? I can't even remember her name. Rumpelstiltskin. Yes, Rumpelstiltskin. We are at 920 thumbs up. Let's get it to 1,000 so we can have a chicken party, mother chickens. If you haven't clicked that musty hutch yet, you better click it. Okay. Cyndi Lauper. What in Cyndi Lauper musty hutch are we talking about? The Muffin Man on Purvey Lane. Yes. I mean, he kind of looks like kind of a Fred Flintstone. Mrs. Doubtfire. I'm Mrs. Doubtfire because I'm a dude who looks like a lady. Okay? So, let's get on with it. 9:23, come on, people, hit the like. It's hard to talk like this all the time. Okay? Just like Candy says, just the tip. Just the tip. Use the tip of your finger and click the like. Call your friends, call your neighbors. Call your neighbors who's your friends, like KK. And tell them to hit the thumbs up. It's what we do. Okay? It's what we do. Send your friends the profile pictures. Just to swinging away. It's got to be exhausting being a Farquad. He is a Farquad. Okay. Anywho. I think that's all I got this evening. Oh, I want to play this, Lauren from Facebook, and I actually haven't seen all this, but it's the thing. I really love this woman. I watch her all the time. Her name is Megan Fox, not the actress, but Megan Fox, as in Megan's a fox, and I think she's an attorney at law. Could be wrong. Can't remember, but she's very intelligent.
We are in the second paragraph, third paragraph. Okay, here we go. So again, I also want to point out how strange it is that they have the police watching her YouTube videos, which reminds me of the Rekieta case. You know, he got his door kicked in because police were monitoring his YouTube live streams. And that was one of the main reasons they used for justifying a search warrant was his live stream. And it's a scary world out there. It's getting scarier and scarier. On 8/22/2024 at approximately 12 noon, your affiant, who is Detective Lisa Byington, by the way, I feel like this detective might have more things to do. Like, I don't know, find the missing kid. But she's sitting around instead watching hours and hours and hours of Bullhorn Betty's live streams. Seems like an awful big waste of money to me. Your affiant received information from Katie Proudfoot that the defendant was live streaming again on her YouTube channel. So we have proof that Katie Proudfoot is choosing to initiate contact with this person she got a restraining order against by watching her YouTube videos obsessively. She's monitoring this person online. Is she allowed to do that when she has said she wants no contact with her? Is she allowed? Can Katie Proudfoot then seek contact with the person she got a restraining order against? Wow. Your affiant watched the live stream, which showed the defendant driving while videotaping her feed. Again, that's not illegal. Her restraining order did not say she was not allowed to live stream and drive at the same time. During this, although I would suggest against it because I think it's dangerous to live stream and drive. During this live stream, the defendant again threatened to sue the Proudfoots and the Bowersocks. Again, that's not a threat of violence. That is not. The live stream titled The Garbage of YouTube had hashtag Chris Proudfoot, hashtag Katie Proudfoot, and their minor son, hashtag Sebastian Rogers listed on it. But again, the order said she wasn't to contact them. It didn't say she couldn't type their names in a hashtag or talk to her audience about it, and especially about this legal action that she's being put through. Based on these facts and...
She can absolutely talk about the legal action that she's being put through. That is not against
statements, just the ones we just read, nothing else. Because some of you in the chat are saying, "Oh, that's not why she was arrested. She was arrested because she showed up at a vigil." Well, that vigil was put on by Seth Rogers, Sebastian's dad, who invited Betty to it, and the other people who were in the restraining order, they weren't there, so it couldn't have been that. It could not have been that. It says, based on these facts and statements, your affiant believes the defendant has violated the conditions of the 3 separate protection orders twice this date. How? The protection orders that we just read did not say she was not allowed to use their names, she was not allowed to live stream, she was not allowed to drive in live stream, that she wasn't allowed to talk about this case. It didn't say that anywhere. It said she wasn't allowed to contact them, directly or indirectly. But she didn't contact them. She's not talking to them. She was talking to her detractors online and to her audience. So I want to know, I don't know how this stands up. This is garbage. Therefore, your affiant is charging the defendant with 6 counts of violation of an order of protection. These offenses did occur in Sumner County, Tennessee. No, they didn't. I think she was in Florida.
Oh, I've got to show y'all some shit.
So that is really strange. Now, the second video,
God,
the one where it's much longer and it has a lot of, and you can go see it on her page. It's called, what's it called again? The Garbage of YouTube. It has a lot of the personal infighting going on that I'm really not interested in between her and other channels. So I don't really want to play it, and I don't have time to play it anyway. I just really wanted to read all the court documents. And if you want to go watch it though, feel free to go to Bullhorn Betty's YouTube channel, look up The Garbage of YouTube. It's right there. And you can see if you think there's any violations. There's certainly, I watched it. There are no threats of violence, none. There's some talk of possibly suing a couple of people involved in the people who took out the orders of protection because Betty says they're false. And
y'all are going to flip. Y'all are going to flip when you see this. This person did not get an order of protection, and she's dead now. It's the craziest thing I have ever seen in my life. Craziest things. Right here. Look at this. Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning.
News dismembered.
Listen to this.
16 has been dismembered after being lured by a social media fiend. Breaking tonight, we have obtained video of the suspect allegedly transporting this child's body to dispose of it. Good evening. I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. Thank you for being with us.
A young Florida teen disappears on Valentine's Day after an alleged date with a mystery man from a dating app.
A mystery man on a dating app. The girl just turned 16. I'll get into that later, but right now, straight out to the scene, joining me, Robert Crispin, private office homicide and former crimes you have learned.
So, Nancy, I'm actually coming to you from 2708 27th Avenue North in St. Petersburg.
Listen to this.
The house behind me is the house where police believe that Miranda Corset was kidnapped and brutally murdered back in February. That door right there was the gray door on the bottom, was the last door that police believe that Miranda walked through before she died during that time frame.
Joining me, an all-star panel to make sense of what we are learning right now, but straight out to Robert Crispin. Robert, this is what I need to understand. Let me see that house behind you again. I mean, we're looking at a beautiful neighborhood, tree line, gorgeous lawns, everything kept in order. How did this happen? I want to hear about the structure, who lived there. What more do you know? Have you been inside, Robert?
So I actually had just come outside from the landlord or the owner who owns it, who gave me a tour of the inside. And it's a great neighborhood.
Want to try Ozempic?
Oh, shit. Hold on. I don't got it on my other account where I don't got things. 1 second.
Breaking news tonight. According to police,
or the owner who owns it, who gave me a tour of the inside. And it's a great neighborhood. It's in St. Pete, Florida. Everyone's got manicured lawns, great residents. I've talked to a few, but the people that lived in this house were anything but nice.
Robert Crispin, I want to go through the photo.
Listen to this. Right here.
They really listened to me, and they urged me to get down to the police station to file an emergency restraining order against him because they knew how dangerous he was.
The neighbor, it was the freaking neighbor who killed this 16-year-old child. They asked for a restraining order. Several people has asked for a restraining order, and many were denied. But yet Betty hands out flyers of a missing child, drives 11 or 12 hours, and gets a restraining order. And she was the one followed.
So I did that. I filed all the appropriate paperwork. And shortly after that, I was denied the restraining order. And that is when I was, getting very fearful for my life because of that denial.
Why were you denied a restraining order on this guy?
Now there's a 16-year-old
The
dead.
reason was that the courts decided that they could not get neighbors to get along with each other. It was not their responsibility to make us get along.
Do you remember the judge that did that?
I do.
Well,
I won't be sharing any names.
Judge? You're going to make me go look it up in the court records? I'm happy to.
It's public record. You can find it.
Don't worry, I'll find it. Adrian, when you learned about the current allegations against your former neighbor, Stephen Gress, what went through your mind?
Can you imagine?
I was sick to my stomach because I knew how dangerous this.
Restraining orders can be hard to get, but I mean, in Betty's case, they slapped it right there.
Was, and I tried my best to get him out of that house, and I'm not the first woman who has broken their lease to get away from that man. But apparently I am the first woman who called and reported him for it. So, I really wanted to come on the show today to.
This is him taking out 16-year-old deceased child in the front yard, putting her in the trunk, taking her, dismembering her.
Apparently I am the.
Everyone that lived in that rental house across was getting restraining orders and being denied.
First woman who called and reported him for it. So, I really wanted to come on the show today to just, my purpose is to encourage women who are going through something like this, if they're being harassed, if they're being assaulted, anything like that. I know that we just want to get out of the situation as quickly as possible and not worry about it, but it's so important to look after one another, and it's so important to report it, because not only are you looking after yourself, but you're looking after the women who will be victims after you, because there will be victims after you.
This 16-year-old was set up. She was supposedly meeting a guy for a date or something, and it was the neighbor. He was harassing them. He wouldn't leave them alone, making them feel very uncomfortable.
Please join us on our justice. We believe is the defendant, Stephen Gress, age 37, carrying the lifeless body of this teen girl to his trunk. We now have video of the little girl just before her death.
There she is, just before her death, right there, where the white circle is. Just before her death. The next time you will see her on camera, she is being carried out in the trunk, deceased.
Walking around, that's Miranda on the right. Walking around.
He was 37,
in the front
had a girlfriend.
yard of the home.
Yes, that's exactly right. He was 37 and had a girlfriend, and the girlfriend helped.
Unbeknownst to her, what is going to come. Robert Crispin, let's stay on the video because at some juncture we see her really well by blowing it up. Here we go. And I guarantee you prosecutors will have this blown up and refined. Little does she know what will befall her. Robert Crispin, explain what we're seeing and where did it come from?
So again, comes from that same Ring camera right up there on the second floor from the resident who was upstairs. These are images of Miranda walking around days before she's brutally kidnapped and murdered by her captors. These are some of the last images that anyone will ever see of her alive ever again.
You know what's disturbing to me, to Sydney Sumner joining us, Crime Stories investigative reporter, is that somehow this child who we believe was dismembered, and we have reason to say that, and either thrown in a dump or possibly even incinerated, somehow, Sydney Sumner,
They don't know where her body is. They have no idea where her body is. I'll drop this link so you guys can go watch it on Nancy Grace's channel. It's appalling. There you go. Guys, thank you all so much for joining me. I really do appreciate you. I'm at 3 hours right now. It's my second live today. You guys are all amazing, amazing, amazing. Take good care of yourselves. Tomorrow is Sunday. I will see you tomorrow, Lord willing. Much love to you all. Take good care of yourself. Treat each other good. Hug the ones you love. Be kind to one another. Life is very short. You can't unring a bell when you say something or do something. Be good. I love you all. God bless and good night.